Brown Band lost their mind and ruined relationships forever. I gotta ask everybody watching this question. When was the last time you saw a relationship that made you jealous?
Mm.
Not because they were rich, not because they were famous, but because they looked like they were having more fun than everybody else. Think about that, guys. Now, I want you to compare that to your social media feed every weekend. Somebody's on a cruise, somebody's at a concert, somebody's in another country, somebody's at a festival, somebody's living their best life. And after seeing what the Zac Brown Band did by giving away this cruise to everybody in attendance, here's what hit me. I don't think relationships are losing to other relationships anymore. I think relationships are losing to lifestyles. That might be the biggest change in dating nobody is talking about. Everybody saw a concert with thousands of people who won a cruise. But y'all know, Real Cigar Jeff saw something completely different.
Of course.
I saw what modern people expect life to now feel like versus what we were told it should feel like traditionally. And tonight, Rhonda,
Mm.
Mabricio, I want to know if relationships can realistically compete with that expectation any longer. Because I think the Zac Brown Band has introduced a conversation that is bigger than dating. It's about happiness, it's about freedom, it's about purpose. And by the end of this episode, I think some people are going to completely rethink what they're looking for in a relationship. Or do we stick to just enjoying our friendships? If you stay with us long enough tonight, the last point completely changed how I think about modern dating. Y'all, let's get into this thing right now.
Pop it, smoke it, drink it down. With your boys, it got you around. Feel the vibe, we're set to roll. Let's play, let's lose control. Sip a drink and smoke will swirl. Join the convo around the world. Relationships we dissect slow. Current events, we let them flow.
What up, what up, what up? It's your boy JB coming right back at you. And y'all know what it is. It's the Smoke Something, Drink Something podcast. I'm the Real Cigar Jeff. Y'all do me a favor. Get in the description, support the channel. Get the merch. Y'all know the routine at first. Y'all know how I get down, guys. I got to introduce my esteemed panel. New School is in the building. Repping DC4L. Cowboys for life over here. Y'all know what we got going on right now. I'm going to let him introduce himself. Tell y'all where y'all can find him on the socials.
What's good, everyone? Welcome back for another Tuesday episode. I'm telling you, this is the place to be. Real people having real conversations. This is Mabricio. You can find me at Mabricio on TikTok, where we go live, where we do this stuff too. We do this stuff. Also on Jet's page, we also do this stuff. But we do this Tuesdays. We reserve Tuesdays for you guys. We're trying to help your relationships, even if it means breaking them apart. We are still helping, and I appreciate you guys tuning in. Find me at Mabricio and at Mabricio.Cardenas on Instagram. Back to you, Jet.
Appreciate you being on here unless he's taking approved time off, guys. Been rocking every week with us since he started. So I appreciate that. Y'all know who I got next, man. My A1 from day one. I'm gonna let her introduce herself. Tell y'all where y'all can find her on the socials.
Thanks, JB, for having me back. What's up, Mabricio? With the whole introduction. Um, you guys can find me on Instagram at RMBLMBT and TikTok at RonDeezy _. Maybe up there or not.
We getting on the social media, guys. She busy. She booking busy, so we trying to get her on social media. She will get there, guys. But let's be honest. Tonight, we're asking a question that nobody else seems to be asking. Has having fun become more important than being in love? Not because love disappeared, but because expectations changed. Let's go ahead and get into this thing, guys. But before we start, guys, do me a favor. If this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button. That helps the YouTube, Facebook, Twitch algorithm push us out every week. We take headlines, sports, culture, relationships, business, and we ask the questions everybody else overlooks. And throughout tonight's show, don't wait until the end to comment. If something hits you, if the spirit moves you, pause the video, leave your thoughts, come back, because I promise, man, the comments on this episode are going to be just as interesting as the conversation if y'all listen to us tonight. Now, guys, I honestly don't think couples are competing against another man, nor are they competing against another woman. They're competing against experiences. Rhonda, do you think people are leaving relationships because they're unhappy or because they're afraid they're missing out on life? Tell us which one and why.
Dang, those are the only two choices. I think
Yes.
I think people are leaving because, man, they ain't happy no more. People, but yeah, like the experiences, they have to have those. But I think people, they signed up for something and then they found out this ain't what I signed up for, and so I don't know if I could pick either one of those two specifically to choose from, because I think where you are now, it doesn't take much to see one of your friends or followers or whatever doing what they do and somebody else not want to do it. Like, say, like, if you love to travel and your man, your woman, like, oh yeah, no, we good at the crib.
That's me. We good at the crib.
Deuces.
Yeah, we good at the crib.
Yeah. So no, again, I've been saying this from day one on the podcast. What's love got to do with it?
Mhm.
Like, what's love got to do with it? Yeah, you need to. Some people want to be in the spotlight and want to be seen and want to be shown off.
Mhm.
You know, you got to adore your person. If you don't adore them, then what are you doing?
Yeah.
So yeah. So I don't know if I could pick either one of those in particular, because I think you got to have those experiences, but I also think you have to, know your person.
Yeah. Okay, I ain't mad at that answer. Mabricio, I got to come to you. What do you think? Have expectations changed because social media constantly shows people having amazing experience? This Zac Brown Band concert, we only see this because of social media, right? And we know this is happening for real. So y'all know everybody who said, "Nah, I ain't gonna go to that concert." I done seen that a million times. What happens? The Red Sox Stadium full of people get a free cruise to take whoever they want to take with them.
Mhm.
Jump in there, Mabricio. What do you think about what Rhonda said and what I just asked? Go ahead.
People choosing experiences. I'm sorry. That's going to be my answer. I'm siding on the experience side. Reason being is what we talk about. We talk about the prison cage. That's a popular analogy for the loyal viewers on this podcast, the prison cage. If you and your man are at home and it's just all controlling and stuff, and I'm over here at resorts, helicopter rides, steak dinners, whatever you can think of, whatever is luxury to you, where do you think your girl's mind's going to be at? Especially when she looks at my social media page, she's going to think, man, I want to be over there. She can be happy. She can be happy. And a lot of movies talk about this. It's a lot of money going around. She can be happy, but the experience that I'm providing is better. She doesn't have to be unhappy to leave that relationship. She just needs a reason to step out. And social media has given her that reason.
And that's why I appreciate what both of y'all said, right? Because even though we talk about social media weekly, there's always so many onion layers, so many layers of that onion that just keep peeling back. Just when you think it was just going to be a Zac Brown Band concert, what's all over the news? Man, y'all getting a cruise just by getting out of the house, right? They didn't think they knew they were going to have fun. You gonna sing the lyrics. You'd have been to that concert multiple times. You ain't thinking that all of a sudden it's going to be a cruise. So now all of a sudden, guys, if I open up my page, if I open up my social media and I see Mabricio golfing, or if I open up my page and I see Rhonda doing some type of thing for her birthday where they in these harnesses jumping all over the place, right? Now, here's what I see Mabricio parasailing, right? I see Rhonda doing the latest TikTok dance. They ain't doing it in their house. They doing it out and about, right? So now you just like, where are they at? What are they doing? And so all of a sudden, guys, concerts, festivals, cruises, travel, friend groups, content creation, weekend culture. Guess what, guys? We were doing all that before we became Facebook official, Instagram official, TikTok official. We were doing all of those things. But my question, guys, is this: when did settling down turn into doing nothing? Because that's what we got taught old school. If you settling down, it means let them have a life. You've chosen to sit here and put down roots. Jump in there, Rhonda. Let me know what you think. Then we come to Mabricio.
Man, that sounds so archaic now that you say it out aloud. Like, wow. Um, yeah, like we are from the old school. So it is like, yeah, you what they say, get married and settle down.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally how that saying goes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, again, nothing grows in the comfort zone, but nothing also grows when you're miserable. When you're miserable, you just as stuck as anybody else who's out here married and don't know what to do because they
Mm-hmm.
don't even like their spouse, right? And so you have to find a way to find a happy medium because you have to do something. Ain't nobody saying you have to be all elaborate, but you kind of do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I saw a video yesterday that was like this guy walking down the aisle during the wedding. The wife was sending him, you know, special pics throughout the ceremony. I was like, man, that is cool. Or it could be the freak in me. I don't know.
That's how you
But
gonna see it.
it's cool. So what now?
Nothing.
Oh, but you would see them taking random shots of him when he with his phone or however he got him, and his whole face, his whole demeanor would change. And something like that, though, you should keep that throughout the marriage type deal, right? Because that was them, on their wedding day. But to have to get married and settle down, that's no way that's appealing to anybody unless they on their deathbed.
Okay. Okay. Now, Mabricio, what's your thoughts on that?
It's crazy. The generations before us, believed in the whole settling down, believed in all that. My generation looked at it and we saw people were breaking apart anyway. People were breaking up. People were getting divorced. We saw our parents miserable. So what do we think? We thought, why would we want to be like our parents when we could be having fun? That's why the settling down doesn't work. Some people still believe in that, but a lot of us are breaking out of that mindset and like, look, we're young, we're gonna travel. Some parents have never been outside the country. And it's crazy to see that. A lot of people have not been out of the country. My generation, man, we'll call out of work 2-3 times a week. We don't care because we're out having fun. We're out having fun.
Y'all get a $99 one way trip. Y'all get a $99 one way trip to the smallest airport in London, and y'all are like, man, let's go.
Let's go.
Right?
Let's go.
They'll figure that out. They'll figure it out when they get there.
That it's all about the experience. It's all about the experience. So if you don't have the experience in your relationship, just know that relationship is coming to an end.
I gotta say this, guys. Maybe people don't want to be single. Maybe they just don't want to feel trapped. And that's two different things. And what you're learning right now is people feel trapped. And y'all know why. And Rhonda, since we old school, I'm gonna say this. Y'all know the difference is we bought into the settling down part so much that all we do is get tired when we go out and have fun now. You ever talk to an old school person after they go out and empty the tank at an event? Man, I ain't gonna do that no more, dog. I'm good, bro. I can. But new school out there, like, what we doing tomorrow night? I'm like, no, dog, I'm good.
But JB, that was us in our 20s, though. That was us.
That was us in our 20s. That was us in our 20s, right? Just like Mabricio, right? Mabricio got that Energizer Bunny battery in the back right now, right? What we trying to do, we can do this on a weekend. We can do this on 1 or 2 times a year. But it's not a lifestyle for old school. And I'm gonna tell y'all like this: social media is making old school have to get back into thinking like they still young. And we've never seen the previous generations prior to us embrace being young again. We only saw them embrace being old.
Yeah.
Go to work, go to church, go to eat, go home. Go to work, go to church, go eat, go home. Now all of a sudden, I was saying it on my TikTok live the other night. When did all of a sudden Sunday brunch took over Sunday dinner? Ain't nobody posting pictures from Sunday dinner no more. Everybody posting pictures from Sunday brunch. Saturday brunch, packed. You can walk right in the restaurant on Saturday night. Well, when did that happen? We didn't get taught to pay for breakfast food. You eat breakfast at home, right? So again, guys, what I'm saying is maybe people don't want to be single. They just don't want to be in a relationship and feeling trapped. So I appreciate both of what y'all said, because I think what this Zac Brown band just did was he didn't just give away a cruise. He let some people out of the cage. And I don't think they going back, because it's the Margaritaville cruise.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
It's a
fun.
Jimmy Buffett style cruise, which means guess what? Cheeseburger paradise, Margaritaville. Guys, it's about to be tight on that cruise. And some people gonna forget they in relationship. Some people gonna forget they in relationships. Now,
And
guys,
it's a write-off. And it's a business
it's
write-off.
a complete write-off. It's a
Mhm.
complete. The ship got to travel anyway, so now they
Yeah.
just filled it up. Y'all know how many people gonna be now booking that cruise?
Yeah.
That's how
He
many
said
people.
$40 million is what it cost him. 40 million.
Yes,
Mhm.
millions of dollars, and people gonna be booking. It's the number one. I shouldn't say number one. It's one of the top 10 trending things right now in the news. That's why I'm telling y'all, when people go on cruises, relationships break up.
Mm.
That's why the title is, "Why did the Zac Brown band just make relationships harder?" If you go together, you come back broken up. If you go single, you come back with somebody.
Look, let me find.
Beware those cruises, guys.
Let me find when they going.
What you say, Ronnie? You tired of it? Gonna get locked down. Now look, guys, everybody who's watching, I need your help. Type one word: freedom or commitment. Which one do you value more today? Freedom or commitment? Just type that in the comments. No explanations yet, because we're gonna come back. We're gonna come back to it. Now, guys, here's something I noticed as we move to point two. It feels like friend groups are becoming a place where people create their best memories. Trips, celebrations, adventures, bucket list memories. Meanwhile, boring traditional relationships sometimes become work. Fighting over bills, coordinating schedules, shared responsibilities. Rhonda, I'm coming to you again.
Mhm.
Why does that happen? And should couples intentionally keep strong friendships outside of the relationship? Jump in there. Let me know what you think.
Well, being the single one of most of my friends, yes, you should have most of
Mhm.
my married friends. Yes, you should have outside friendships.
Mm-hmm.
Again, you can't be stuck up under one person your whole life. It don't
Mhm.
mean you have to be out here sleeping with somebody or doing like cheating and all that kind of stuff. But you do. You need your own space and your own time.
Uh-huh.
You need y'all's time, your time, and then your friend group's time. That's just how I see that. I mean, that to me, that's just good mental health. It's good physical
Let
health.
me
It covers all the bases.
let me say this though, guys, and just piggybacking off what Rhonda said before we come to Mabricio. The relationship has to get the least amount of time if the relationship is going to be healthy.
Mm.
We talking about Anthony Fauci pleading the fifth and all that kind of stuff. This ain't a discussion on vaccines or not. The one thing that COVID did that nobody's talking about is it ruined relationships. Why? You were supposed to be at your office during those times. Y'all stuck up under each other, and now we got divorce happening more than marriages. How many marriages, how many weddings y'all been invited to this summer? Zero, right? So we talking about the fact that now once COVID happened, what was saving relationships was the job. What Rhonda just said is absolutely true. Your relationship, y'all should be spending the least amount of time out of your friend groups, because absence makes the heart grow fonder. COVID showed us what happens when people sit up under each other all the time with nothing to do.
It's not good.
Forget the vaccine stuff and what you think about that. Look at what it did to relationships, guys. Nobody wants to sit up under each other no more. Everything has to be out and about. Mabricio, jump in there. Let me know what you think. Can friendships actually make a relationship healthier, or can they pull people apart?
They can do both. They can do both. But we talk about 2 100s. We talk about being free. If you have your lifestyle before you get into this relationship, you should keep having that lifestyle. A lot of people's issues is they stop doing the things that made that person attracted to you in the first place. Whether that be going out with your friend group. There's no reason you should leave your boys behind for one person. There's no reason for that. Same thing for the woman. No reason you should leave your board of directors behind. See, I had to do it for you, Rhonda. I just had to sneak that in there. I saw that face that you made.
You already know. You already know. As long as you know.
But it should be, purpose, your lifestyle, the things that you are already doing should be your top priority, not something that's forever changing. We talk about people changing all the time. We talk about marriages having to adjust, relationships having to adjust too, because people change. But if your lifestyle, what you do, remains the same, that relationship will work.
Nice, nice. And guys, maybe the problem isn't that relationships are boring. Maybe people just stop creating memories inside of them, right? Friends are out there creating memories. Relationships stop creating them. Why? Because we thought the reward of the relationship was settling down. We didn't realize the reward of the relationship meant we got to do more now. Nobody's going to sign up for a relationship to do more. The only remember what I said on previous podcasts. The guy said, "Yeah, man, I'm gonna get out the game." What does get out the game mean? I ain't gonna be out in these streets. I ain't gonna be out in these streets, man. We gonna chill. We gonna sit on the couch together. We gonna watch TV together. We gonna share reels with each other. And now all of a sudden, guys, that's the kiss of death on a relationship. That's the kiss of death on a relationship. I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna get me in trouble. When I hear people talking about women should take on traditional roles, cooking, cleaning, domesticated stuff, worst thing that can happen. Remember, guys, every time she cooks for you, cleans for you, she hating you.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Remember, guys, we did the Trad Wife podcast? We did the Trad Wife podcast, but what were they doing Trad Wives for? They were creating content. It wasn't a real thing. Right? So we got to start recognizing that exactly what you guys just said. We forgot how to create relationships. And even when we get out of our bondage, we try to put rules when we free. That's why one of the things I do, Mabricio, you don't know this about me, but whenever I travel, we can't have no schedule.
Joe can't.
We can't have no schedule. We gonna get up and go where the Lord lead us.
Oh.
Ain't no schedule. Look, man, because guess what? You start putting a schedule out. Now you end up, why did you take off work? Your work keeps you on a schedule, right? I know Rhonda works on a schedule. I know my mom works on a schedule. When they come with me, we ain't got no schedule. Outside of the plane ticket, right?
Yeah.
Outside of the plane ticket. Because the stress stops once the schedule leaves. What made this trip giveaway was that it was unscheduled, right? Because nobody knew it was going to happen. The spontaneity, guys, changes everything. Now, guys, if you're still you got a question, Mabricio?
No.
Okay.
No.
Now, guys, if you're still watching, you're exactly why we do the show, guys, because these aren't surface level conversations. They're conversations that make us think. So hit like, subscribe, share this episode with somebody who's dating, somebody who's married, or somebody who's convinced relationships aren't worth it anymore, because I want everybody's perspective. Now, let me be honest, guys. When somebody says, "Let's just stay home," how many people actually get excited? Let me repeat. When people say, "Let's just stay home," how many people actually just get excited? Rhonda, has staying home become associated with boredom or freedom?
Dang, I don't. You talking about married people?
People in general, relationships,
people
dating.
in general. Okay, now again, you talking to somebody that don't mind being at home. I get excited if you want to stay at home, but I think most people have to be stimulated continuously. So I'm gonna say, to go with the majority, people they get disappointed when you say stay at home. I think the only people that's okay with staying at home are the broke ones, and even the broke ones still want to go somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Now, Rhonda, that's a good point, Mabricio. But is the real question: have couples become too comfortable?
Absolutely. You see, staying at home, all right, it's cool, Netflix and chill. Really, really popular in the honeymoon phase. But as that relationship progresses, it's like, man, I'm tired of just looking at you. I'm tired of you just sitting here. I'm tired of you eating this food and not washing the dishes and all this. This is what happens. Guys, I'm speaking from experience, okay? This is what happens.
Oh.
That's why you need a little bit of adventure in there. So people get too comfortable. And they think, oh, like, if I keep the same routine, everything's going to be sweet for life. That is not true.
I think, guys, the reason why I'm bringing up these questions is because I'm at the stage in life where the only reason I don't go out more, I'm gonna just say it, and I did a PSA on this on my TikTok page and my Instagram page. I There's no experience when you go out anymore. Like, if I go out, I want you to take. I don't want to have to go out and be creative while I'm out. I want to go to a place that's gonna let me not have to do the work to be excited, right? So now when you go out, guys, in hospitality, the people the people hate their job. The people hate their job. Go to a place in hospitality now, all they doing is complaining about how much money they're not making, right? That's all they doing. So now, especially when they know you work in hospitality, it's even worse. So I ain't gonna lie, over here, I'm kind of in a cage because, okay, I want to go to certain places, but now I got to go to places that people don't know me. Because if they know you, they're gonna dump all their problems on you, and everybody knows how I tip, right? Oh, Jeff, you understand, right? You gonna tip me because you understand. You in the industry. Mabricio know I'm not lying about this. Rhonda know I'm not lying about this. But the number one thing that happens is the reason I stay home is because there's no longer an experience. Because when you decide to go out, you're outsourcing the experience, right? If I fire up the grill, eating the food is not the experience, right? If you fire up the grill, y'all got the music playing, somebody bringing you the food, right? Y'all eat it off the grill. That way, when the food is finished, you don't even want nothing, right? So cooking on the grill is not about eating food. Cooking on the grill is about what we doing while the food is cooking. Drinks are flowing, eating right off the grill, music playing, right? That's what people miss. Where's the experience at, guys? When we go out, why are so many people in hospitality hating their job now? I'm bringing that question up because I think that's why a lot of people are staying home too. When was the last time you went to a place and the bartender or the server made your day? Said, I want to go back. Jump in there, Rhonda. I'm going to let you go first. Then, Mabricio, we coming to you.
No, it's very few and far between. Now, angle front is some I do like when they bring my drink to the table and pour it in the glass. I do like that, right?
Yes.
But again, you don't get that everywhere. You know, you gotta hope and pray that they put in the top shelf looking like you asked for it in it.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're gonna get, right? And so it's almost like if you're not sitting at the bar, then what are we doing? Like, if we're not sitting at the bar, then why are we out here? But then also too, depending on where somebody is, like, are you ready to drop a grip for some drinks you can make at home? It ain't the same experience, but at least you won't have somebody that's mad with dirty fingers making
because Rhonda, you just preached. It's not about the drink.
Yes.
See, the experience I go to should stimulate us having conversations, laughing, having fun. Right now, guys, if I go out, all we doing is just sharing each other reels, just sitting beside each other now with a drink in front of us.
Oh, you're gonna be on your phone. Now that's for sure. You look, as the young folks taught me in Thailand, let the phone eat first. Let the phone eat first. You take the pictures. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all learned that. I learned that for some new school people. Yeah, let the phone eat first. Take you, So no, you always gonna have that phone nearby. So we can do it at home. You could be in your room, I'll be in my room.
As new school, Mabricio, what do you think about the experience out there? Or do y'all not even care? Y'all are not expecting anything out of them because y'all bring in the vibe with you. Let me know, because we want the vibe to be created when we get there. Y'all bring in the vibe with you. And I think that's a big difference between old school and new school right now.
I mean, it really depends on where I go, because you'll see me go places. Second I walk in the door, here's your beer, here's your cigar. That's just how we roll. That's just how we roll. So I have experiences like that where it's my drink's never empty. It keeps coming. It keeps coming. I'm busy. I'm talking to someone. I'm doing my live. I could be doing this podcast. More beers coming. More beers coming. So maybe it depends on just who you are, because I get good experiences. I can go to on a grill down near South Tampa. Yeah. I'm from the Tampa, Florida area. If they make a mistake, here's 2 drinks free.
Yeah.
And they chat and they chat and they chat. So for me, I still have good experiences. That's why I can afford to go out. Now I know I have seen it in the industry though, where maybe my experiences are a little bit of an outlier, because then I see them talk to someone else and they're like, okay, here, all right, here's your drink. See you later. Bye. I've seen it. So maybe I just don't have enough knowledge to speak on that, because I'm not a part of that.
Well,
that
and
group.
I think that's the point though, Mabricio. I think you just proved that you are qualified to speak on it. Because y'all so right now, in our age group, we don't want to go live. Y'all's age group, y'all texting everybody, hey, I'm about to go live, join in. You see the difference?
Yeah.
Old school, we get on and say, man, who gonna come into this thing? New school say, let me chat, let me get into the group chat, text all my friends, tell them I'm going live. Come on in and join. Go to the old school lives right now and go to the new school lives, right? We have just been taught, don't cut that camera on. Don't cut that camera on if you ain't got nothing to say, right? That's what we got taught old school. New school got taught, man, let's go live. Hell, see what everybody else doing. Text this person, I'm going live, I'm going live. And I think, guys, this is what we're looking at, because old school, Mabricio, you got to create the experience for me. So if I go on a trip, why do I tell people I became a Dallas Cowboy fan? The first time I went out there, I ain't never experienced nothing like that in my life. Second time I went out there, it trumped the first time. Third time it went out there. And as I started going more and more, and when I was able to take my mama out there, who was a Redskin fan just like me, and when she got a Cowboy shirt and put it on right there in the stadium,
Yeah.
got a Cowboy shirt, put it on right there
I
in the
was a
stadium. Rhonda did.
I was a red.
Rhonda held true to them Panthers. Rhonda didn't sell out like me and PB did. But that's what we expect it with the experience. What happened, Mabricio? A lot of people don't know this story. After that game, we end up going to Nick and Sam's Steakhouse. I said, we got to go to Nick and Sam. We sitting in the bar area at one of the low top tables. Server comes over there to us, make sure that I ain't have my phone out and all that. Why? Who in the Nick and Sam's bar area too? Tavon Austin. Tavon, right? Trayvon Diggs. Ezekiel Elliott. All the players that were just on the field, Ezekiel Elliott come right up behind me to take over the radio in the steakhouse. Right? If I'm lying, I'm flying. And he looked down at me. I said, bro, I like your playlist. He was like, yeah, bet. Right? Rhonda over there having her cotton candy martini. My mama over there eating. We got steaks for days in front of us, and we looking around and we like, damn, this is an experience.
Nice. Yeah, it was nice.
Right? This is an experience. So much so that they had to fly back that day. On the way back to the airport, Rhonda said, put that cake in a to-go box. The damn cake is going through the TSA pre-check. Right? So one of the things that happens, guys, is that the memories of what's happening out there is gone. And old school, we got to do a little bit better. And I think this Zac Brown Band did a great job of giving old school life again. New school, people going on cruises left and right.
Yeah.
They'll just pick up and go on a cruise. They don't need a balcony room. They don't need an outside state room. They don't need a suite, because they ain't going to be in the room anyway. There's a reason why the clubs stay open till 6 or 7. It ain't for me. We in that sleep. So guys, look, I think quality time changed. 20 years ago, watching a movie together felt exciting. Now the movie's begging you to come back in. The movie's showing movies from 20 years ago to just try to get you to come back and recapture that feeling. Today, guys, people compare that to watching sunsets in Greece. And that's hard competition. Right? Mabricio knows he'll go to the beach, watch the sunset. He posts that thing. Hey, guys, just over here watching the sunset on Clearwater Beach. Everybody like, why the hell am I stuck in Wesley Chapel? Right? Everybody was fine with sitting at the crib until Mabricio posted sunset. And y'all know what I hate when people post a good picture? They put a message in there. Man, I don't need the message. Just look, the picture hurting me enough. Don't give me no message.
You want no message?
Mabricio, what's your follow-up to that?
Sorry, guys. Sorry, the viewers out there that follow me on Instagram, TikTok, that have to deal with those experiences. This is what we're trying to promote. The experiences. This is what this episode is about. It's about the experience, the Dallas Cowboys experience, the experience in your relationship. That's what we are trying to bring out of you. We're trying to bring out a different beats because we want relationships to win. Okay, Rhonda made a prophecy last year. All relationships will end this year, and so far they have been.
Yes.
Until you bring the experience in. And everything will change.
I'm gonna say this to you. Y'all remember we did the podcast on Jelly Roll and Bunny breaking up. Y'all see what that man said today? After he finishes his tour, he got to take a year off.
Oh yeah.
Got to take a year off. That thing is now affecting him professionally,
Oh, of
right?
course.
See, guys, we got to start recognizing right now. A lot of people got into relationships, and now y'all done got connected at the hip where one of y'all can't perform without the other. Now she done moved on to the younger, slimmer, hotter guy. That man got to take a year off. Why? Women always got somewhere to go, and he gonna be
So
hotter.
do men.
No, not Rhonda. Look, let me tell you this.
Hold
We
on.
talked about this. The woman is gonna be strategic, man. The
No,
woman gonna pick somebody
she
hotter
ain't
than
gonna be
you.
strategic until she has to be
Man,
strategic.
the man just care about knocking dominoes down. The woman is strategic. This woman
He can stay
chose
over
a
there
man
doing
that
that
made this
with
man
his
take
heart
a year
broken.
off.
He's a little heartbroken. Go ahead.
Did
on.
y'all see when he was opening for Post Malone? People weren't showing up for the concert until Post Malone started. See, this is the whole perspective, guys.
I'm trying to see the problem.
I tell you, I try to keep this podcast. She my A1 from day one though, so she get to say whatever she want to say, Mabricio. I ain't got no control over.
Yes, you do.
I ain't got no control over it, man. Let's get into number 4, guys. Here's where relationships quietly start breaking, and it's money. Everybody wants experiences, but experiences cost money.
Sure does.
Money requires work. Work creates stress. Stress hurts relationships. So now, people aren't just asking, do I love this person? They're asking, can this relationship afford the lifestyle I want? Mabricio, does social media make ordinary life feel like failure? Why or why not?
It does. I actually came across a post the other day. It said, dating's got expensive. A first date on average costs $189.
Yes.
That's for the dinner, the outfit,
Yeah.
everything. $189. A lot of people are like, man, I make 14 an hour. How am I going to afford that? That's a day and a half of work. That's a day and a half of work.
Yeah.
So a lot of people can't fit dating in their budget. That's why a lot of people are tapping out of the game. They're like, I can't do this. But then you go on social media, you see athletes spoiling their girl. They're like, this is her birthday. She's on a cruise. She's on another cruise next week. She's on this yacht. How do you compete with that?
Mm-hmm.
How do you compete with that? So a lot of people's salaries don't meet the expectations. A lot of people.
I'm glad you're preaching right now. Don't realize it.
Yeah. A lot of
guys,
people.
Go ahead, Mabricio.
The
Sorry.
average income's down. The average income's down. Compared, inflation keeps going up. How do you compete?
I'm gonna say this before I come to Rhonda because I got a question for Rhonda. If you comparing your life to what you see on social media, you better have a monetized social media page to be able to afford what you're trying to do. Because everybody who doing that stuff are typically content creators. Mm-hmm. Regular traditional workers, you get one good trip a year. Right? Like, let's be honest. You get one good trip a year. And now the first date, because of social media, you got to spend this money if you don't want this person to blast you on social media. So Mabricio is right. It's $189 on average. So if you are a high level person and there's a certain expectation, right? Oh, well, Jeff does this and Mabricio does this and Rhonda does this. So I got to do this for the first date because why? You never get a second chance to make a first impression. But here's what that's creating. The first date is up here and then everything starts to step down. Versus here's the first date. I ain't gonna spend that kind of money because if it ain't good, I'm good. But if it is good, now let me keep stepping it up. So that's the difference, Rhonda. Have expectations just become too unrealistic in relationships? First dates, relationships, marriage. Has it just become too unrealistic now?
Of course it's unrealistic. Like you said, how am I gonna compete with someone who's a content creator who probably got paid to go to these places?
Yes.
To give a good experience. They still not out of any money. And so so that's why you got to know who you are. So let them hoes know. Like, look, y'all, this
technical term. That's a technical term.
Man or woman, let these hoes know this is not how. This is not how that is. We going to Texas Roadhouse. We gonna have a good tail steak, and we going home.
Mm-hmm. And I'm glad you said that.
You got
I'm
to know
glad
who
you
you
said.
are. You have to know who you are. Otherwise, you will be at some of the lower end things. But you could, as we know, with the charcuterie board on the beach,
Yeah,
you could have something. You could have something
guys.
nice.
Look, here's the funny thing. Whoever thought a Lunchable on steroids would become a romantic meal? Because
The
that's all the
economy.
charcuterie board is, right?
So,
It's a Lunchable on steroids,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
But every time I go to ski, I got to get me a damn charcuterie board.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because when in Rome, you do what the Romans do. And I'm glad you said what you said, Rhonda, because I want all of y'all to make sure whenever you about to book your hotel or book your Airbnb, go to the website and scroll down and see what their content creator policy is. If you're a content creator, if you got enough followers and you're willing to make content, that thing might be free or highly discounted.
Yeah.
Guess what, guys?
And
Since
it
I'm
tells you
blowing
if
up,
it's sponsored. It tells you if it's
yes.
sponsored or not.
Since I'm blowing up, your boy about to be like this in some of these places. Hey guys,
Yeah.
you don't want to miss being
Mhm.
here at Four Seasons.
Yeah.
We're sitting here
with the
lounging
green
by
screen, with the green screen behind you.
we are at the Four Seasons Vail with this hot chocolate, right? Don't think I ain't gonna
Not
do it.
all.
Oh, I already got my voice ready. I got my voice ready for
So you
paid
ready?
promotional content. I speak fluent Caucasian when that money come out.
Well,
I'm gonna
you-
tell
you
y'all
on
right
your
now.
way. You on your way.
I speak fluent Caucasian when that money come out. Trust me. Now, I think couples are under pressure, guys. Not because they don't love each other, but because everybody else highlight reels make their life look average or below average. See, guys, this is the whole point. You were fine as long as you were in your cocoon. But now, once I get in that content, it just keeps feeding me that content. It just keeps feeding me that content. And now what's the first thing somebody in the relationship gonna say? Man, we should do that. You over there hoping the person say, don't like it. Please don't like it. Right? Because at the end, let me tell you all this, guys. It just keeps coming. And I don't care how many shields you have around you, it cannot deflect everything. Something gonna get through. Something is going to get through. Now, everything we've talked about tonight, guys, leads to one final question. And honestly, this may be the biggest relationship question of the decade, of the next decade. Maybe people aren't looking for relationships anymore. Maybe they're just looking for lifestyles and they don't care who is with.
Mm.
Hoping a relationship will ultimately fit inside of it. Think about that, guys. Years ago, people asked, do they love me? Today, people ask, can they travel? Can they work remotely? Do they like concerts? Can they split expenses? Do they fit my friend group? Will they say yes to spontaneous trips? And that's an entirely different way of choosing a partner that most of us are not prepared for. Rhonda, have we made fun part of the compatibility? Can this person have fun versus is this person secure in his job? What's his benefits? How much he makes a year? Blah, 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 blah. Is fun the new standard?
It absolutely is. Like, how could you not? Sitting at home is dry for a lot of people, right? And so if I just got to sit at home, you over there on your phone, I'm over here on my phone, the TV watching us instead of us watching what we said we were going to watch. You have to have fun. That's right up there with choosing peace and choosing joy. You got to choose fun. You got to. It's no way around it.
Mabricio, what's your thoughts on that? It's fun. Is being able to have fun mandatory now? Because it's fun overtaking security as well. So that's a two-part question for you.
Yeah, fun, mandatory, and it has overtaken security. You go on a dating app right now, any one of you and the viewers, load up the dating app. You'll see the profiles. It'll say, I will go out with you if you have a boat. You'll see that on almost every girl's prom. I'll go out with you if you have a boat. And that's the thing. And you board of directors, Ron, I'm sorry to put you guys out on the spot. The board of directors, like,
we
oh,
good.
oh my gosh, you just secured a man with a boat. Like, now I can invite all the girlies. How'd you get so lucky? That's how it is. That is how it is. Fun is the number one standard. Because with fun, you now have more social media content. And what does every girl like to do? Post on social media. All the fun things that they're doing, how I ended up on this yacht, how I'm on the sunset, how I'm having brunch after Pilates with the girls. It's
Yeah.
all about the experience.
And that's why, Rhonda, when I ask new school these questions, the number one thing, guys, is that social media, everything is about content creation. And everybody in my circle get tired of me talking about content creation. Why? Because if you read the book Who Moved My Cheese, why is the girl asking that, do you have a boat? Content creation on a boat gets a lot of views,
Absolutely.
right? The woman is now saying, I'm a business, I'm a brand, you got to have a boat. Now she don't have a boat, but she's figured out the best thing about a boat is finding somebody who own one and connect with that person
Mm-hmm.
instead of owning your own boat.
Mm-hmm.
So Mabricio is absolutely right. It has usurped security. So now when you're no longer impressing somebody, telling them where you work, telling them a brand that they may know. What they see is a guy that don't have time to have fun, right? So they gonna go to the guy who's sitting on the couch playing Fortnite because that guy who's streaming Fortnite making bank, but he can also put that game down and go whenever he want to go. Versus the person with that secure job got to go through a process to get PTO, and the person with the secure job can't put his phone down or her phone down. Still answering emails. You don't know how to clock out. Still answering emails. Still thinking about the next day. Oh, and guys, I got to tell you, growing up, that was my claim to fame, was my professional acumen. Right? The professional acumen was, yeah, I go to the club, but I'm gonna be at work. Right? Work was what trumped everything. Well, now, thank God I ain't in this dispensation trying to find somebody, because they don't want you if you work. Which is why most guys are trying to figure out how to not work and still make money. And how do you not, and how can you give the impression that you're not working and still make money? Content creation.
Yeah.
And until you do content creation, the hardest job I've ever had in my life.
I bet.
It's the hardest job I've ever had in my life, and it pays the least. Why? Because the barrier entry, so many people are doing it. You have to be so good at what you put out there that
Really
will
good.
break through the minutia. Mabricio, what's your thoughts on me saying that? Then Rhonda, I want your thoughts.
Man, I'm in that grind with you. It's hard. It's hard. But it's perception. Perception is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's what you put out there shows your status. Shows your status. Everybody's competing for status. It's a status game. This is what social media is. It's a status game. Who has the most status? If I'm out here posting in Lamborghinis and jet skis every weekend, oh, best believe your girl's gonna hit my DMs. Best believe your girl's gonna hit my DMs, because that's the experience. You're like, this guy, I might be working a regular job and still doing my content creation, but I'm giving that perception of higher status.
Yes.
And that's what everyone wants. It's all a fugazi. It's what they say in the Wolf of Wall Street. It's a fugazi. Okay, it's not real. But a lot of people don't understand that yet.
Rhonda, what's your thoughts on that?
But the thing about it is, it's real enough though, right, for people to still want it, even if it is a facade. But yeah, man, like at the end of the day, you're gonna go where you can be shown. And if everybody can have their own little niche of their content creation and it works for them, and so what? Like if it's bringing in 10 grand in passive or higher, hell, for some people, even if it's 5 grand, there's still something they would not have had working on a real job. You can't reach this amount of people just by sitting in your house or going to a restaurant. Like you just can't. You have to be on one of these platforms to make some stuff happen, which probably could save your relationship. And if not, turn it into content creation of y'all fighting. That'll work too.
And it's so funny that y'all say that. And the reason I'm saying that, the reason why I'm saying that if content creation is not a part of your relationship, that relationship is not going to be fulfilling from a dopamine standpoint. It's just going to be going through the motions. Going to be, and what I had to learn, guys, is with content creation, everybody's forcing you over there. We just don't want to go.
Sure don't.
Everybody forcing you. It's forcing you there, right? So before people even come and meet you in person, they have researched you on social media. I'll give you guys an example. I can do a video on my social media. If I do it in my car, what's the first question that people ask? They don't give a damn about the video. What's the first question people ask?
What kind of car you drive?
What kind of car you drive? So everything Mabricio says is true. On my live earlier, I said I'm driving a Phantom drop top coupe, Rolls Royce. Dude said you lying. I said, why you ask me then? Right? Why you ask me? Then he said, Rolls Royce don't make a coupe drop top Phantom. I said, see, you just proved to me you don't know nothing.
Oh.
Right? You just proved to me you don't know nothing. Everybody know if you get that Phantom coupe drop top, everybody know. That's what it's about. Now, one day y'all gonna see me either in that Bentley GT Continental with the drop top.
Well, give me the other one. The one you don't get, give me the other one.
You said it don't matter what it is.
Yeah, give me the other one, whatever you.
But guys, when you see,
I'm like the girl with the boat.
when you see what's happening, guys, you can't beat social media, so you have to join it. Y'all know the old cliche: if you can't beat them, join them. Just like when it came time to go to college or anything like that, man, you better go do this. So you can't compete with this group, so you better go do what this group is doing. But for social media, people are fighting it. Why? Because we see more chaos than we see structure.
Mm-hmm.
But structure don't sell. Mabricio just said it. Structure does not sell. People don't want to hear a responsible message on TikTok. They want to see you wilding out on TikTok. Mabricio, give me your thoughts on that, Rhonda. Then I want your thoughts.
Okay.
Man, if you went to my live, you guys would see something. You would see something. You see the feedback from the market.
Yeah.
They don't want to hear any philosophy. They don't want to be nice. They just want the crazy Mabricio. And low-key, they're bringing it out. They're low-key bringing it out. The toxic. I got toxic on my back over here. I'll turn around for you guys. I got toxic on the back. For all you guys. It says toxic on the back. They're bringing it out. They're bringing it out. No one wants to be bored anymore. So what are we doing? This is entertainment. Even this right here is entertainment. We're giving you wisdom, but
yeah,
it's presented in an entertaining way.
Yes.
And that's what life has become now in 2026.
Rhonda, what's your thoughts on that?
Well, you're right. Like people need the edginess of everything, right? So yeah, as much as I want to be like bitches, hoes, I know I ain't supposed to be saying that, but
it's too late.
That's what they want to hear, man. Like that's what they came here for.
Uh-huh.
Like what song was it? Ain't this what you came for?
Yeah.
Don't you wish you came more?
Don't you wish you came more? Yeah. Everybody know that John Legend. Everybody know that John Legend. Yeah.
So you got to have that edge, and there's a time and a place in other different rooms or algorithms for people who want that tranquility part, that other part, but still people are always going to be drawn to all the chaos and all the
absolutely
the extra stuff
because we've been trained to be in chains, which is the chaos shows what it looks like when the chains are off, and that's really what you want. When you are in bondage, you crave the chaos. Absolutely. When you're in chaos, you crave the structure. Yeah. Guys, maybe relationships aren't failing because people stop being in love. Maybe they're failing because people expect one person to compete with an entire lifestyle. No single human being can compete with constant novelty. Maybe the goal isn't becoming somebody's entire world anymore. Maybe it's building a life together that both people actually look forward to living. That, guys, in itself might be the relationship hidden in all of this. Now, before we leave and get out of here, guys, go back to the question we asked at the beginning. Would you rather have a stable relationship or a lifestyle filled with freedom, travel, friends, and spontaneous adventures? I don't want a one-word answer in the comments. I want to know why. Read somebody else's comment, reply to them. Let's make this a real conversation. And guys, if this episode challenged your thinking, hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new here. Share this episode with somebody who's dating, somebody who's married, and somebody who's convinced relationships have become too complicated. Mabricio, what's your closing thought as we get ready to get out of here?
Everyone out there, make sure you're bringing these experiences. We're presenting experience here. This is just an example. And if you disagree, we're reading the comments. We do read the comments. So if you disagree, put it in the comments, hit my DMs, whatever you want to do. If you want to be a little more private, I get it. Come follow me on Mabricio, and I appreciate being on this episode.
Rhonda, what's your closing thought tonight?
Man, I don't even know if I have any after all of that. Like, I really don't know. But on a serious note, try to give your partner experiences, whether you do it once a month, once a week, half a year, all year, once a year. Like, but at least do something. You don't have to be like all extravagant, but create something. And if you don't have the funds, then you don't need to be with anybody but your damn self.
Mm-hmm. Where can they find
Don't
you
go
on the
messing up
social?
somebody else. And
Where can
find
they
me
find you on
on
the social?
on TikTok at Rondeezy underscore and RMB LMBT on Instagram. But yeah, leave them people alone. Leave them alone.
And guys, I'm gonna tell y'all my closing thoughts. Content creation and experiences are the new currency. Content creation and experiences are the new currency. And you got to understand, if they're not an integral part of what you do on a daily basis, you won't be in a relationship at all. And it's time for us to accept the fact that new school, through content creation, is dictating everything that happens in this world. They are taking this mechanism in this platform and changing the entire world, which means if you want a relationship, you have to be on the platforms that's dictating everything that's happening in the world. Don't run from it, embrace it. Because once you embrace it, you're going to find that old school only knows hard work. We don't know easy work. And the only reason it's hard is because we keep trying to bring our hard work mentality into something that was meant to be easy. And relationships shouldn't be hard. Relationships should be easy. And y'all know what it is, man. It's the Smoke Something, Drink Something podcast. I'm the Real Cigar Jeff, man. Get down in the comments, get down in the description, support the channel, get the merch, man. We gonna get out of here. Keep growing, keep thinking. And until next time, guys, we gonna holler.
Pop it, smoke it, drink it down. With your voice, it got Jeff around. Feel the vibe, we're set to roll. Press play, let's lose control. Sip a drink and smoke will swirl. Join the convo around the world. Relationships we dissect slow.